Vidura College, Grade 4, Buddhism, Lesson number 3, The Journey for Finding the Truth. Hello dear children, how are you? Hope you are having a great time at home. What are we going to learn today? Today we are going to learn about the ascetic Siddhartha's journey to find the truth. In this session, we are going to talk about how ascetic Siddhartha started to find the truth. The journey for finding the truth. It was an Azalapoya day. Prince Siddhartha and Channa rode the horse Kantaka to the bank of river Anoma. Then the prince dismounted from the horse, took his sword and cut his long hair. My dear children, from our first lesson we learned about the four sides. From our second lesson we learned about the great renunciation of Prince Siddhartha. And from this lesson we are going to learn about the journey for finding the truth. So, Prince Siddhartha left the palace on an Azalapoya day. Can you remember? In the second lesson, Prince Siddhartha asked Channa to saddle his horse. So, on an Azalapoya day, Prince Siddhartha left the palace with the help of Channa and horse Kantaka. Then the prince dismounted from the horse, took his sword and cut his long hair. What do you mean by the word dismounted? Dismounted means got down. That means the prince got down from the horse and took his sword and cut his long hair. Channa, please return my horse and my jewelry to my father, and also inform him that I became an ascetic, said Prince Siddhartha to Channa. Then Prince took off his royal clothes and put on the yellow robe which Gatikara Brahma had offered him. By seeing this, horse Kantaka thought, I shall never see my master again. So Kantaka's heart burst and he died of sorrow. After cut his long hair, he took off his jewelries and his royal clothes and asked Channa to return those jewelries and royal clothes to his father. And also he asked to return his horse and inform him that he became an ascetic. Who is an ascetic? From our second lesson we learned about ascetic. Ascetic is a person who is similar to a monk and who avoids physical pleasures and who lives in a simple life. Then Prince took off his royal clothes and put on the yellow robe which Gatikara Brahma had offered. At this moment, a Brahma called Gatikara had offered him a yellow robe. So he took off his royal clothes and put on the yellow robe. By seeing this, horse Kantaka thought, I shall never see my master again. So what happened? Kantaka's heart burst and he died of sorrow. What do you mean by the word sorrow? Yes, sadness. So Kantaka's heart burst and died of sadness. Ascetic Siddhartha stayed 1 week at the Anupiya mango forest near the river Anoma, and he went on Pindapatha during his stay. While the ascetic Siddhartha was walking along the street, he met ascetic Bhargava. He went to learn from him. After becoming an ascetic, ascetic Siddhartha stayed 1 week at the Anupiya mango forest, which was near the river Anoma. And he went on Pindapatha during his stay. One day, while he was walking on the street, he met ascetic Bhargava. So, he went to learn from him. We'll see whether he found a solution for his problem. After finishing his studies, ascetic Siddhartha went to study under a religious teacher called Alara Kalama in the city of Vishala and soon learned what he knew. Finally, after completing his studies, ascetic Siddhartha left Alara and went in search of a new teacher. At last, he found another great teacher called Uddakarama Putta. In the journey for finding the truth, first he met ascetic Bhargava. So he soon finished his studies under ascetic Bhargava and then went to study under religious teacher called Alara in the city of Vishala, and he soon learned what he knew and he left Alara. Then he met another great teacher called Uddakarama Putta. We'll see what happened next. He learnt very quickly and soon knew as much as his teacher. He found that Uddakarama Putta could not teach him how to stop suffering, old age and death either, and he had never heard of anyone who could solve these problems. Once again the ascetic Siddhartha was not satisfied and left Uddakarama Putta, making up his mind to struggle by himself until he found the cause of all the suffering in life. So same as under the teacher Alara he soon knew what his teacher knew. And he found that Uddakarama Putta could not teach him how to stop suffering. His real intention of this journey is to find the truth or to find a way to stop suffering. And he found that Uddakarama Putta could not teach him how to stop suffering. So he thought of leaving Uddakarama Putta. At that time, he determined to find the cause of all the suffering in life. He went to a village called Senani in the city of Uruvela. There he found a wood near river Neranjana and sat down and started to meditate to find the highest wisdom called supreme enlightenment that leads to everlasting happiness. Now he went to a village called Senani, which is situated in the city of Uruvela, and there he found a wood near river Neranjana and he sat down and started to meditate. And he started to meditate to find until he find the supreme enlightenment that leads to everlasting happiness. My dear children, any difficult words? Dismounted, got down, sorrow, yes, sadness, struggle, great effort, cause, reason, suffering, undergoing pain, wisdom, intelligence, supreme, greatest, everlasting, lasting for forever. My dear kids, I have an exercise for you. You have to fill the blanks using the given words in brackets. Meditate, Gatikara, Uddakarama Putta, Anupiya, Asala and Alara Kalama. First one. The Prince Siddhartha left the palace on an blank Poya day. So what is the Poya day? Yes, it is Asala Poya day. So the sentence is like this. The Prince Siddhartha left the palace on an Asala Poya day. Second one. The blank Brahma had offered the yellow robe to Prince Siddhartha. Who had offered the yellow robe to Prince Siddhartha? Yes, it is Gatikara Brahma. So the Gatikara Brahma had offered the yellow robe to Prince Siddhartha. Third one. The ascetic Siddhartha stayed in the blank mango forest for a week. What is the name of that mango forest? Yes, it is Anupiya mango forest. So the third sentence should be the ascetic Siddhartha stayed in the Anupiya mango forest for a week. Fourth one. The ascetic Siddhartha went to study under religious teachers called blank and blank. So who are the teachers? Yes, Alara Kalama and Uddakarama Putta. So the sentence should be like this. The ascetic Siddhartha went to study under religious teachers called Alara Kalama and Uddakarama Putta. Last one. The ascetic Siddhartha started to do blank to find the truth of the life. So, what is the answer? Yes, the ascetic Siddhartha started to do meditate to find the truth of the life. I know you have answered well. My dear children, these are the answers. First one, the Prince Siddhartha left the palace on an Asalapoya day. Second one, the Ghatikara Brahma had offered the yellow robe to Prince Siddhartha. Third one, the ascetic Siddhartha stayed in the Anupiya mango forest for a week. Fourth one, the ascetic Siddhartha went to study under religious teachers called Alarakalama and Uddakarama Putta. Fifth one, the ascetic Siddhartha started to do meditate to find the truth of the life. Review of the lesson. Today we learned the lesson, the journey for finding the truth. We learned how ascetic Siddhartha faced hardships along the journey to find the truth and how he overcame those. I have a small challenge for you. Try to answer the following question within 20 seconds. Who were the teachers of ascetic Siddhartha? Yes, well done. So who were the teachers of ascetic Siddhartha? Alarakalama and Uddakarama Putta. Well done, my dear kids. So my dear children, that's all from me on this lesson. Please download the student note, take a printout of it and do the answers on given spaces and draw a picture related to this lesson. Have a great day.